How you doing, guys? Richie. Taking a look at heavy metal, November 1978. Great stuff, heavy metal. A lot of great artists came through. And right out the gate, banging it out with Richard Corbin. New Tales of the Arabian Nights. So I first came in contact with heavy metal. It was the early 80s. I was young, and me and my friends used to go to this little mini strip mall, and there was a Bradley's there. I don't know if anybody remembers Bradley's. It was a store, like a Kmart type store. Went out of business. But they had a rack. And one day, they didn't have comic books, but they had like Mad Magazine, heavy metal. One day I was able to get a copy of heavy metal and pay for it without the cashier realizing that it was for adults only. So there I was, 10 years old, grabbing a heavy metal issue, and it just blew my mind. Then later on, and back in the 70s and the 80s, garage sales were a thing. So my mother would go to all types of garage sales and buy every comic book magazine. If it had illustrated stuff in it, she bought it for us, me and my brother. And sometimes there would be some heavy metal magazines in there. And she didn't know what she was buying, She just saw, open up a page, see a page like this, flip through it and say, as long as she didn't see anything naked, she didn't care, she bought it. As long as it didn't have sex in it, but she's not going through every page. God bless her soul. Those are good times, man. You don't realize how good they are when you're young and how fast it goes. But anyway, who's this guy? Well, here's the Richard Corbin one. Always fantastic. Look at that ghoul. Great monsters, great ghouls, just great coloring. Very bright. Love Richard Corbin. Okay, this is Exterminator 17. Is there a table of contents? It's gotta be. Let's see. Inaki Bilal. This is early Bilal. I forget how you pronounce his name, but he's a prominent French artist, I believe. And it's always this oddball stuff in heavy metal, very European. Because, it first started as Metal Hurlant, and then it came over to America, heavy metal. Yeah, that's him. Those are his very distinctive faces for this artist. Check him out online. If you go on YouTube, you'll see a bunch of stuff. Very intricate, detailed. Great work. To be continued. So, what do we have here? Orion, Chapter 8. Guess we could go back and look. Gray Marl. Wow. Pretty good. Oh, they're a fantastic artist from the 60s and 70s. Dennis Sear. Very French. Looks French to me. That's not really tripping my trigger. It's cool though. Time Machine, heavy metal calendar. So what do we got here? I know this is, I can't, the name's escaping me. What the hell was his name? Oh man, I gotta start taking notes. I'm like the worst YouTuber you could ever find. Really. The worst. Look, a book is all over the page. Gale, it's called. All right, Joulet. That's it. Known for this crazy detailed artwork. I believe him and Mobius had some type of feud. They hated each other. They started off maybe as friends and then got into some type of fight. I thought I saw some type of interview where Mobius was saying that. Another guy, very distinctive. And just this crazy out of this world artwork, coloring, and these elongated heads and exaggerated features. Dawn of the Dead. Wow, that was 78. That came out. Oh, man. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Great. That was great. If you knew it could happen, but you didn't know when. Empire. Chaykin. I'm not a big Howard Chaykin fan. Explore Colony 6. With these little guys in the spacecraft here, little purple, look like little bears, little stuffed bears. Or Ewoks even. That's pretty crazy. Cool painting. And this quirky stuff, man, it's just nightmarish kind of artwork. Very cool. I read this a long time ago. I don't remember. I can barely remember my own phone number. And here's a whole bunch of the old covers. There's another. I need to start collecting these too. I'd like to just have a short box magazine filled with heavy metal and creepy and eerie and stuff like that. It's just fun stuff to look through. What is this? Empire. This looks like Howard Chaykin. I think it is. Cool colors. Not really grabbing me though. Usually heavy metal doesn't have this long. I like this coloring, man. This, I guess that's painted. I don't know. Looks chalky almost. That's a good size story. Chunk and heavy metal for heavy metal. Surgical Tact. Steve Bissett. All right. This is early in his career, 1978. He went on to fame and fortune with Swamp Thing and Alan Moore. Then eventually, what was that, 1963 for Image Comics with Veitch and them guys. And they all wound up fighting with each other. I see a lot of that online. These comic book creators, they love each other, they hate each other, they're arguing. I guess all artists are a little odd, but I guess that happens in any profession. Wow, look at this. That's pretty cool. Kill. That's heavy metal right there in a nutshell. Is this more Joulet or? That's really cool. Look at that. That's really nice. I guess it's airbrushed. Oh, no, I don't think it's true. It might be Hanaki Bilal. Look at the face. That's creepy. The texture on that face with the nose. Even all these faces. This is great work. I don't like that they don't say it on the right there. You know, they don't tell you who the artist is at the story. Huh. So Beautiful, So Dangerous by McKee. Huh. I've never heard of this guy. I'd have to do some research. Really, really, really well done. That's like, that looks great. Wow, this guy's a fantastic artist. Look at that. And just weird, like almost nonsensical. Like it's hard to even see what is the story about. It's just like a fever dream. But this panel, really, I like that a lot. This guy knows what he's doing. I wonder if he's still alive. So Beautiful, So Dangerous. Oh. And that's all she wrote. Look at the style of the late 70s. There's the back cover. That's great. Pretty cool, man. I got some other heavy metals. I'm going to break them out. We'll take a look at them. Another one down. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.